Hi, and welcome to the Fierce Voice Podcast. I'm your host, Brigette Gildemaster. This is a podcast for those who are ready to leave behind survival mode after abuse, where we talk about what it looks like to embody who you are as an individual, learn to love yourself, and bring to light healing after surviving abuse from relationships and religion. Pop your earbuds in to hear heartfelt and powerful intensity from myself and guests. Be ready to put into place actual tools and gather insight for you to use on your healing journey.
Hello, welcome back, truly welcome back to the Fierce Voice podcast. I honestly haven't even looked when the last time was I dropped an episode. Kind of embarrassing after almost a year of dropping weekly episodes. I had so many beautiful guests on the podcast over the last year and a half, 2 years, and it was an amazing time. It was an amazing ride, but I stepped back because another journey presented itself, and dropping a weekly podcast is extremely time consuming if you didn't know that. There's a lot of recording and some editing. I know these are pretty raw, but still, and just the time to keep up with it. So I had to take a break. I still have a couple of guests that I pre-recorded. I think it was back in November that I would like to get dropped, and hopefully that'll come out here shortly. But I'm here to just give you a hey, I'm still alive little update and all the juicy goodness that is about ready to drop your way. It's so good. So I have been in a breathwork training since June, July of last year. You've probably heard me talk about it a little bit. And it's completely changed my life. I was introduced to breathwork almost 3 years ago now, and the facilitator who introduced me to it was at a yoga studio actually, and he would just do 10 to 15 minutes of different breathing patterns at the end of every session, and it was so healing, so deeply healing to my body. I came across this post somewhere in the social media world, and I was like, oh, I'm doing that. So I have been in training for 6 months. I have done over 60 hours of practicum with both one-on-ones and group sessions. And through all of it, I just have kept learning a deeper version of myself, of others, of this healing journey and what it looks like and how diversified it all looks like at the same time. There's not one healing journey that is the same. There's not one story that is the same. We're all so unique and valuable. It has just fueled my fire for my mission and my purpose in healing myself, my family, and bringing that to the world. So I'm so excited because here we are now. I have officially graduated. I'm done with my hours. I have done some advanced training since then as well. I have met the most amazing people who will soon be guesting on this podcast as well. They're deep into somatic work, both breath work and movement, and just various types of modalities that I hope to bring here as well. It just all weaves and ties together. And while breathwork has completely changed my life, there's so many other modalities. You'll see me start to bring in movement now as well into my practice. Lots of dancing is coming. Just now that where I'm at on this journey, it is another healing modality that I can't wait to bring into your field. And maybe that's the healing journey you need right away. Maybe movement is what sparks you, and breathwork really isn't your jam, or maybe you do somatic sessions, or maybe yoga, or meditation, or whatever it is. There's so many modalities out there that they just all need to be heard and seen and available so that we can all be on this healing journey and find the tools we need. If it wasn't for the little amount of breath work I was introduced to those couple of months, I never would be where I'm at, both in my healing journey and being able to help more people heal. So it's absolutely been amazing. I'm really excited. But the podcast is back. I'm not doing weekly drops anymore. It's just way too much on me and my family. I love podcasting though. Oh my God, I miss this so much. I couldn't wait to drop another episode. I jumped right back in after my practicum hours. So this is something that is hugely a part of who I am and what I want to offer, in a way I can use my voice and amplify others' voices as well. So the podcast is here to stay. The guests are coming back, or more guests, I guess. I don't have anyone lined up to re-guest right now, but sure there will be. But I'm going to shoot for a once a month drop. There might be some bonuses in there because I already have more guests than what time seems to allow. I love to keep them current and available to where it's not like I had to learn some lessons with pre-recording too far out and things weren't as relevant and people couldn't, or they would, promote something or have a book launch or, an event coming up and it just wasn't as relevant. And that's really hard. And I want people to be seen and heard in all the ways that they can be, and be able to have their offers available as well. So I'm gonna try and figure out that balance as well. But for right now, I'm shooting for a once a month drop. I'm kind of hoping for this second Thursday of the month. So bear with me as we go through that. But the beautiful thing about podcasts is they're always here. It's just so awesome, so much more valuable than social media, where I feel like you can see and find these, amazing posts or videos and then they're gone. Like they just go into the abyss of social media and you have to, search and find them. Whereas podcasting, you can just scroll right there on those episodes. It's so good. So I absolutely love this. I will be doing some more guesting myself. I have one coming up on Wednesday next week. I'll be guesting with the beautiful Ariane live over on IG. So it's been a while since I've done a live, so that's going to be fun. But she has the beautiful Embodiment and Accountability podcast, and it's a newer podcast. It's a newer platform. She's only a couple episodes in, but the depth and beauty that she expresses on those episodes has been so fun to watch, so healing. Her soul is beautiful. So I'm excited to do that next week, and I'm sure there'll be more to come. So that's where the podcast journey is. Whew, I feel like I just dumped a whole bunch in the last less than 10 minutes. So but that's where this journey has been. It's where it's going. That's the plan for the podcast. So with my breathwork stuff, I am so excited. So I have EPC, which is Embodied Peace Collective. It's a community of beautiful women that I have breathed in my practicum or that I've joined in the last couple weeks. And there's a Facebook group. We go live in there. Well, not live, but via a Zoom call twice a month. Our first call is Saturday, 7 a.m. Mountain Time. So that one's going to be on navigating anxiety and how to feel safe in your body, because you deserve to feel safe in your body. This journey, I used to think, you've probably heard me say this before if you're not new to this podcast, but I used to think that healing wasn't possible. I used to have panic attacks that left me on the floor, completely incapable of caring for my family or making any conscious choices. And then I would get up the next day and do life. And I used to think that was my life. I used to think that feeling absolutely horrible in my body, in my heart, was going to be my new normal because of what had happened to me. And while I was still a happy person and I didn't let it affect me, I didn't, treat people differently. I saw life through a different lens, but I wasn't, walking through life being a bitch. That was my normal. I thought chaos and overwhelm and anxiety and burnout and never feeling healed or past the pain of what had happened to me and how I was being treated was normal. Yes, I also left that environment so that I wasn't constantly re-traumatized by the things that had happened to me, by the people who had hurt me, but also that wasn't enough. I still had to heal my body. I still had to heal what was on the inside. Still had to heal that energy and bring back my alignment to life and what I was put here for. And I've been able to do that through all of this somatic work. It's been a journey. Let me tell you, there's moments, and it's not easy. It's not like, oh, just go breathe. Just go have a beautiful moment, just go lay down, just go have a massage. No, it's hard, dark, heavy work. And I mean, people are scared of it too. Like, I've seen where people are like, I don't want to do that. Thanks though. And yet on the other side is this beautiful alignment and vibration and healing. And yes, everything that still happened to me is still there. It's still shaped who I am. It's still shaping the lens I see life through sometimes. But I now have this inner peace that I can rest in. This certainty of myself that I can rest in. I found my alignment. I found my integrity is not the right word, but this journey of knowing right here, right now, of being present, of not wondering what the next moments are going to bring and living in this fear of the future or the pain of the past, but I get to be present. I get to be right here. I get to let go and be a little more loose and have fun. I don't have this overwhelming feeling to live by certain standards that nobody can live up to. And it's so freeing. It's so beautiful. And you deserve that too. You deserve to feel in complete and total peace with yourself. And things will come up. I know they will. I know I'm not done. Healing's really never done. This is true. But there is this peace that you can rest in. There's a getting past it. That's not the right wording I want to say, but we don't have to constantly live in that chaos and what I call the mind fuck of the conditioning of the situations we were in from the people that hurt us, who wanted us to act a certain way, be a certain way. Whether it's from childhood or things that shaped you in childhood, so you made some decisions later in life and the conditioning just kept rolling, and you want to break that cycle and find freedom and step into who you are. A lot of verbiage on the internet right now is about finding yourself and taking yourself back. And I don't agree with that verbiage so much, because I was never this before in any versions of my 32 years. Never was this in existence. I have come to this place because of everything. I'm not coming back. I'm not, finding myself again or reclaiming me. I was never this. I was never the me I am today. Never. Because that person, her whole life was unsafe, living in chaos, feeling anxious, had standards to live up to that were completely unrealistic, had an expectation for her life, always had something. And I don't now. Now I just live in alignment for me. And what truly makes me happy, which I love saying these words, because these words were used as a tool against me. Oh, the desires of your heart are evil. I'm saying that in a negative way. The desires of your heart are what you should be following. So that was a rabbit trail. But this breathwork journey and this community, this EPC, and this week we're talking about anxiety. That's where I was. That's where that was. Oh, I love this work so much. Our first call is Saturday, 7 a.m. Mountain Time. So if you're not in EPC yet and you want to join us and we're going to drop in, do some breath work. We're going to talk about whatever questions you have for me or as a collective. These women have all had lived experience. They're all on this healing journey too. There's no wrong answers. We all are the healers. We all have so much to offer in every capacity. So you get this amazing group of women to just bask in. We're going to have some tools. We're going to just kind of go over the group because, hey, here we are. Any introductions, those kinds of things. I'm here for it. And then I'm not sure what the next call is yet. We'll get there. But we're going to meet live twice a month via Zoom. You get any bonuses. I have a couple PDFs I've made up. I have a journal completely updated and revised. If you've ever downloaded I think I had called it the Survivor's Journal before. It's totally, completely revamped now. I think it's like 20 to 30 pages. I've added some amazing things in there. It's so cool. It was so fun to make. I love Canva. That's in there for free. Anything else I just come up with, you guys get it first. Like any announcements, any tools, anything, you guys get it first. You get first dibs on all of it. So we have some great discussions. I post some really interactive questions that we can all answer and bounce off of each other and just heal from each other. Healing happens in a community. You can't heal alone. I do know that. Oh man, and did I learn that these last couple months? You have to find your people and you have to feel supported and safe in order to heal. If you don't feel safe, if you don't feel supported, if you feel like you're the only one walking this journey, been there, done that, you will not heal. You have to feel safe to heal. You have to be in a safe environment to heal. So that's why this community means so much to me, and I will pour everything into it because I want you to heal. I want you to feel what I feel because this is so good. It has to be shared. So I hope you'll join. I hope you come in. I hope you'll share your own wisdom with everyone else as well. I also have breathwork packages on my website right now. You can do a one-off session if you've never done one with me before. You can also work with me for 3 to 6 months, which I'm really excited about because that's a container that I will, again, just pour my heart and soul into you, pull out all the stops and give you everything that I've had over the last 10 years and pour into you all this knowledge. I will give you that safe space to breathe, to be held, to support you, which is the most important part. If you haven't had a breathwork session yet, or any kind of somatic session where you're held in safety, I would love to be that person to introduce you to that. Holding a safe space and holding that energy and that vibration for you is something that just lights me up. I absolutely love it. My favorite thing in breathwork, it's still, every time, it still just amazes me when the person, if they're lying down, sits up and their face is totally different. It just lights me the fuck up because they're just changed. They will never be the same again. Something has shifted. Something has changed. They've let go. They've been held. They feel safe to be the person they are, to feel happy, to feel at peace, to feel joy. And yes, we all have to go back to life and things will trigger. And if you're a parent, it is hard, because then your kids are hitting and bumping right up against you again and all your triggers. But if you can feel that peace and that safety, if you've never known what that feels like, you can't drop into that and feel it in your moments of chaos of life. We can't control everything that happens in life. What we can't control is how we feel in here. And so in those sessions, you can feel that, you can drop into that while you're on your healing journey, and you can remember it and bring it into your day and be like, okay, life is a shit show right now, but I'm going to drop into here. I'm going to be right here. And I'm going to deal with this, but I'm going to feel this. I'm going to hold on to that. And I'm going to remember that feeling. And the more you drop in and the more you breathe, the more you get familiar with your body and what it feels like to be safe over and over and over again. If you join one of those containers in those 3 to 6 months, we will have weekly drop-ins. And I encourage you to build your own practice every day, doing mini little drop-ins with yourself and just getting familiar with what's in here. And it's like a muscle. the more you drop into peace, the more you feel into safety, the easier and easier and easier and easier it gets. It's so cool. I wish I had known so much more of this 5 years ago, 7 years ago, however long it was. I've been on this journey of bettering myself in this journey for 10 plus years, but some shit really hit the fan about 7 years ago. And if you know my story, I will probably be doing another introduction podcast, or if you follow me on social media, because it's been a while. But I wish I had even a sliver of this knowledge of how the body heals, how the body operates, how it works, without having to read The Body Keeps Score, this in-depth book, which is freaking amazing, but it is such a deep read. I wish I had just had a sliver of this knowledge to keep in, to have that alignment. But if I did, what happened to me probably also wouldn't have happened to me. So there's that too. So my invitation is to you to go check out those new offerings. Just go check out the EPC. Go check out my new website. It is really beautiful, if I do say so myself. I absolutely love it. I love it. It's my baby. And if you don't follow me on social medias, I'm on Facebook and Instagram, mostly Facebook, but getting better at Instagram, YouTube, and Spotify for the podcast, which you're already listening to. So, you probably found that. I'll drop all those links in the show notes of this video. And I just want you to know how utterly beautiful and powerful and amazing you truly are. I felt like shit at so many times in my life because of other people, because of my life circumstances. And those things don't define your identity. They don't define the real you, the who you are. How you feel on the inside is the most important thing that we can work on. And everything else just goes out from there and is affected from there and ripples out. So if you're sick and tired of the panic attacks, of the anxiety, not sleeping, staying up, wondering, the mind thoughts swirling, holding on to the past pain just as a constant knife in your chest, I invite you to come into EPC. That's where the magic, I think, is really going to be for a lot of people, because it's community. I really do. Go check it out. I'm going to go. Watch out for next drop. We'll have a guest, and I will see you soon.
Thank you for joining us today on the Fierce Voice podcast. I truly hope you found healing insight, tools, and a space held for you in this journey. We are all in this together, and you are not alone. You can find me, your host, Brigette Gildemaster, on all social media platforms, and check out my website at www.brigittegildemaster.com, where you can listen to past Fierce Voice episodes, check out my media features, find my books, and inquire about booking me for your next virtual or in-person event. My keynotes are impactful with real-life stories, actionable tools, and inspiration for healing after a life-altering experience. Or check out my workshop event to learn more about how you can prevent abuse in your area. Have a wonderful day, and we'll catch you next time on the Fierce Voice Podcast.